If you want to double your income this year, stop everything and listen to this first. What I'm about to share with you isn't some complicated financial strategy or a get-rich-quick scheme. These are two deceptively simple habits that, when applied with consistency, have the power to completely transform your financial destiny. I know because they transformed mine. They took me from barely making ends meet to a level of financial freedom I once thought was impossible. If you're ready to unlock your true earning potential, then do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe right now, because we're about to dive deep and you won't want to miss a single second of this. Alright, let's get straight to it. For years, I was stuck. I was working hard, probably just like you are right now. I was putting in the hours, I was doing what my boss told me to do, and at the end of the year, I'd get a tiny 3% raise. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster but going nowhere. I saw people around me making quantum leaps in their careers and their income, and I couldn't figure out their secret. Was it luck? Were they just smarter than me? The answer, I discovered, was no. They were simply operating with a different set of habits. And once I adopted those habits, everything changed. I'm talking about a seismic shift in my income and my entire life. So, what are these two habits? The first habit is what I call the 5-hour rule of learning. This isn't just about reading a book here and there. This is a disciplined, non-negotiable commitment to investing 1 hour every single weekday in acquiring new, high-value skills. Think about that. 5 hours a week dedicated solely to making yourself more valuable. For most of my life, my learning stopped the moment I left school. I thought my job was to do the work, not to learn how to do the work better. What a massive mistake. The world is changing at an incredible pace. The skills that were valuable 5 years ago are becoming obsolete today. If you are not actively and intentionally learning, you are not just standing still, you are falling behind. So, how do you apply the 5-hour rule? It's simple. Block out 1 hour in your calendar every single day, Monday through Friday. Treat it like the most important meeting of your week. During this hour, your only job is to learn. You could be taking an online course on digital marketing, learning how to code, mastering sales and negotiation, or studying the principles of effective leadership. The key is to focus on skills that are directly tied to increasing your income. Ask yourself a powerful question. What skill, if I developed it, would make me twice as valuable to my company or my clients? Once you have your answer, you have your curriculum. I remember when I first started this. I was working a demanding job, and finding that extra hour felt impossible. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. before anyone else in my house was awake. It was tough. The first few weeks, my brain was foggy, and all I wanted to do was hit the snooze button. But I pushed through. I started learning about copywriting and online advertising. At first, it was just theory. But then, I started applying what I learned to small projects at work. My boss noticed. My colleagues noticed. Suddenly, I wasn't just the guy who did his job. I was the guy who had innovative ideas. The one who could solve problems no one else could. Within 6 months, I was given a promotion and a significant raise. It wasn't magic. It was a direct result of the new value I could bring to the table. That 1 hour a day compounded. It was like investing money. But instead of investing dollars, I was investing in my own human capital, and the returns were exponential. The second habit is even simpler, but perhaps even more powerful. I call it the daily income goal. This habit shifts you from a passive earner to an active creator of your income. Here's what it looks like. Every single morning, before you check your email or scroll through social media, you sit down and you write down a specific daily income target. It could be $200, $500, or $1,000. The number itself isn't as important as the act of setting it. Then, you ask yourself the most important question of your day. What are the top 1 to 3 actions I can take today to move me closer to that goal? This habit fundamentally changes your relationship with money and work. Most people go to work with a to-do list. They have a list of tasks they need to complete. But a to-do list is not an income plan. You can be busy all day long, checking off dozens of tasks, and not make a single extra dollar. The daily income goal forces you to prioritize activities that directly generate revenue. This is the difference between being busy and being productive. Busy is answering emails. Productive is sending a proposal to a new client. Busy is organizing your files. Productive is making 5 cold calls to potential leads. When I started doing this, it was a revelation. I looked at my typical workday and realized that maybe 80% of my time was spent on low-value, busy tasks. I was reacting to my day instead of commanding it, so I made a change. I started my day by identifying my most important income-producing activities. If my goal was to make an extra $300 that day through my side hustle, I knew I needed to land 1 new client. So, my number 1 priority became outreach. I wouldn't let myself get bogged down in administrative tasks until I had sent out 10 personalized proposals. It was a game changer. My income from my side business didn't just grow, it exploded. I had clarity. I had focus. I was no longer a victim of my calendar. I was the architect of my financial success. Let me show you how these 2 habits work together in a powerful feedback loop. You use the 5-hour rule to learn a new high-value skill, let's say video editing. As you get better, you use the daily income goal to actively seek out opportunities to monetize that skill. You set a goal to earn your first $100 from a video editing gig. Your daily actions are focused on building a portfolio and reaching out to potential clients on freelance platforms. You land a small project. You deliver excellent work because you've invested time in learning your craft. That client gives you a great review. Now, your daily income goal becomes $200. You leverage that review to land a bigger client. Meanwhile, you're still investing your 1 hour a day, but now you're learning advanced motion graphics to increase your value even more. Do you see the momentum? You're not just hoping for a raise anymore. You are actively building an income-generating machine. 1 hour and 1 daily goal at a time. These habits seem small. They seem almost too simple to work. An hour of learning? A written goal? How can that possibly double your income? But that's the beauty of it. It's the consistency that creates the magic. It's the relentless, daily focus on growth and value creation. This isn't about one heroic effort. It's about thousands of small, disciplined steps that lead to a massive transformation. Success isn't an accident. Wealth isn't a lottery ticket. They are the inevitable result of your daily habits. What you do every single day determines where you end up. You have the power to change your habits, and when you change your habits, you will change your life. Start today. Commit to the 5-hour rule. Set your daily income goal tomorrow morning. Your future self will thank you for it, and this is just the beginning. In my upcoming videos, we're going to dive into advanced money habits, smart investing strategies to multiply your earnings, and how to build multiple streams of income so you are never dependent on a single paycheck again. You're not going to want to miss what's coming next. So, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can stay ahead of the curve and continue building the wealth you deserve. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.